Alicia Andrews' trial just ended, but during that trial, a detective got on the stand and sat there and confirmed that JDot Breezy is under investigation, still being looked at. And then it got worse because they pulled up Cash App records showing that he sent one of the shooters $390 the day before Foolio got killed.
There's a conspiracy and there's allegations that JDot Breezy could be involved in this plot. Man, I hope they don't hit them with that RICO, because that was brazen. And they went state to state lines with it. So you know they put the full force on this case. So we better see what happened and why they think JDot Breezy may be involved. Let's get straight into this video.
Alright, so today we got JDot Breezy. Now, if y'all been rocking with the channel for a minute, then you probably remember a video I made about JDot Breezy last year. Alright, so today we got JDot Breezy. Now, if y'all been rocking with the channel for a minute, then you probably remember a video I made about JDot Breezy last year, talking about how he was linked to this Julio Foolio murder case. JDot Breezy is a rapper out of Jacksonville. He's got ties to Yungeen and them. And back then when I made this video, it was really just whispers. What prompted that video was when I was reading the paperwork for this case and I seen his name popped up in the discovery. There were subpoenas for his phone, his iCloud, and his Instagram account. And I said it right there in that video that you don't get subpoenaed for nothing. They only pull your records if they think you're connected somehow. And at the time, everybody pretty much said that I was reaching, stretching the paperwork, making something out of nothing. But I told y'all, if his name is in the discovery paperwork, it is going to resurface later. And here we are. News is just coming out saying that a Jacksonville rapper named JDot Breezy has been kind of linked to this entire situation. And this news is all coming from the discovery paperwork that was filed in this case. Police were subpoenaing people's phone numbers and accounts to try to figure out what happened to Julio Foolio. They had filed subpoenas for JDot Breezy. So we can see right here that they subpoenaed his Apple iCloud account. His name in here is Jacory Rivers. In the next bit of this paperwork, we can see that they also subpoenaed his cell site records. And in this last one, we can see that they subpoenaed his Instagram account. And his name is listed right next to all of the people that were formerly accused, and also Julio Foolio's account was subpoenaed. Alicia Andrews' trial just ended, but during that trial, a detective got on the stand and sat there and confirmed that JDot Breezy is under investigation. He said that they have an open investigation into JDot Breezy. He hasn't been cleared and he also hasn't been charged, but it's still being looked at. And then it got worse because they pulled up Cash App records showing that he sent one of the shooters $390 the day before Foolio got killed. That same money ended up paying for the Airbnb that those dudes stayed in before they killed Julio. So, like I said,
so JDot Breezy sent the $400 to Isaiah Chance and the other members who went and killed Julio Foolio the very next day. Oh, they got the money trail behind them. Oh, they own them.
What used to just be his name and paperwork officially hit the courtroom. And because of this, people are back to saying that there is like an ATK or 1200 RICO that may be coming in the future. We've already seen during Alicia Andrews' trial, the state connecting songs, money, and movement like it's been one big operation, right? So I want to take a look at this courtroom footage where the detective says that JDot Breezy is in fact under investigation.
Cash App records of defendant Isaiah Chance's Cash App account, which is titled with the name Mr. Rich Off War. And what we learned from these documents were that on 6/22 at 1:45 a.m., so this is a Saturday before the murder, it's actually before they leave Jacksonville to come to Tampa, Mr. Rich Off War receives a transfer amount from the account of JDot Breezy. JDot Breezy is the rapper name of a gentleman whose real name is Jacory Rivers. He's one of the prominent 1200 gang rappers who also released a song after Foolio's death, mocking his death. Mr. Jacory Rivers, JDot Breezy sends Isaiah Chance $390, and then within minutes of the booking, we see that the charge was made for the Airbnb around that amount, $361.16.
Right.
We see a charge there at the bottom from Airbnb.
Right.
So although the Airbnb and we sent the subpoena to Airbnb that confirmed that it was this card that paid for it, the ones the defendant stayed at. So what we were able to determine is, although Rashad Murphy booked the Airbnb that the defendant stayed at under his name and his Airbnb account, it was paid for by the Cash App card belonging to defendant Isaiah Chance, and that was provided funds by 1200 rapper Jacory Rivers. Isaiah Chance booked, paid for the Airbnb.
All right, and JDot, he was never arrested.
Case. He in trouble.
This investigation's still open.
Wow.
It's still open?
In reference to any other involvement, specifically to Mr. JDot.
I might just
all right.
book a flight out the
Okay.
country to see if they flag me down, because I gotta go.
The fact that he paid for the Airbnb, that wasn't enough for an arrest warrant. Oh, sorry, go
The
ahead.
fact that he sent $390 on its own was not enough for an arrest warrant from JDot Breezy.
Okay,
Correct.
but
Wasn't enough for a search warrant.
I can't.
I kind of get the feeling that the cop might not have meant to say that, but it kind of came out if you look at him when he's saying it. But I mean, boom, y'all heard what he said. JDot Breezy sent $390 to Isaiah Chance, which is one of the dudes who's now locked up for Foolio's murder. And a few minutes after he sent this money to Isaiah Chance, that same card was used to pay for the Airbnb that them boys stayed in. Now, listen, sending money isn't automatically a crime. You can Cash App your homeboy for gas, food, even an Airbnb. You can send anybody money for whatever reason you want to. But when that same money ends up tied to a murder case, that's when the police start trying to build timelines. The craziest part of that clip is that the detective flat out said JDot Breezy is under investigation. That means that they are still digging. And that's why people keep talking about this ATK and 1200 RICO, because once prosecutors start linking money, phones, rap lyrics, it starts looking like one big ass operation. Remember, ATK has pretty much been on the radar since Queso's case. They have already labeled them as a violent organization, and now you add this Foolio situation on top of it, and it's given the feds every reason to start connecting the dots. And if you think they won't, then just go look at YSL. It always starts the same way. One person is under investigation. They see one or two things that don't make sense, like a payment being made for the Airbnb, and the next thing you know, everybody's name is in the paperwork. And if you remember, shortly after Julio was killed, his mom actually went and did some interviews. One of those interviews was with Say Cheese, and in that interview, she basically said, I don't know these people that killed my son. He didn't know them. I don't understand why they were the ones to do it. It feels like somebody may have sent these people to kill my son. She even said that she believes more people will eventually be arrested.
So, do you believe more people will be arrested for what happened to your son?
Yes.
So more than the 5 that are on the screen right now? Mm-hmm. Okay, and maybe 2 or 3 more? You don't know how, you don't know?
If anybody know, mama would know.
And is this something that you're being told?
Oh, so she didn't get told that.
Okay. Yeah. And none of the 5 are connected to your son at all?
I don't know any of them. Like, I don't know any of them at all. That's what's strange to me. Like, if I don't know any of them, he would have never thought those guys would, we don't know. I don't know any of them. So that's the reason why I believe that it's going to be more arrests. Because I'm thinking, like, who sent you?
Oh, I see. She's saying that bag hadn't been put up because we don't even know you like that.
Now, after seeing them link JDot Breezy to basically this crime by him sending the money that was used to pay for the Airbnb, that clip hits a little bit different now, don't it? She said that months ago, somebody had to have sent them. And now that the first trial has happened, that's exactly what prosecutors are hinting at, or at least the detective is hinting at. There was definitely more to this than just a few dudes sliding down down to Tampa on their own. It looks like somebody helped line this whole thing up, paid for an Airbnb, and made this trip possible. I mean, think about it. If they didn't even have money for the Airbnb and they had to get $390 from JDot Breezy, how did they afford the gas to get there? How did they afford the guns that they had, the ammunition, right? They literally had to borrow $300 just to get there. These dudes was broke. And dudes that are that broke would really do anything to change the circumstances. Now, whether it ends up being JDot Breezy or somebody else, the point is, it looks like Foolio's mom's gut feeling was right. When you hear a victim's mom say, we don't know these people, so who sent them? And then months later, we hear detectives talking about Cash App payments and investigations that are ongoing. That sounds less like a coincidence and more like a chain of command, right? There's layers to this case, and they're obviously still digging, and I'm sure that more names are going to keep getting tied to this situation. I'm not the only one that feels that way. It's why people keep saying that there is a RICO that might be coming in the future. The state is already treating ATK and 1200 like organized gangs, and once you start proving coordination across multiple crimes, that's when they can put together a conspiracy case. And we seen them use lyrics from music in this trial. They played Who I Smoke. They played Ace's song Game Over. They have already started making these links. So some of y'all may be asking, why would JDot Breezy be involved with this on that kind of level? What is the history here? And it's actually something that I covered in my video I made last year about that. So I'm going to go ahead and play y'all a flashback so that y'all have a better understanding of why JDot would even be involved in this in the first place.
Let us know something.
Him and Julio did have problems in the past. He had a brother or a cousin. I can confirm which one it was. He calls this dude his brother. Other people say it's his cousin, but he had a brother named Rollo that was affiliated with Yungeen Ace, ATK, and Rollo ended up losing his life during a shootout in Waycross, Georgia, when apparently some people pulled up on ATK members, including Yungeen Ace, hopped out and started shooting. Right? Some of y'all might remember this story. Apparently Queso and Scotty, who were both ATK members, were shooting back. But it was during this shootout that Rollo was hit in a crossfire and he passed away. But it was around the time when his brother died that JDot became heavily affiliated with ATK.
I see.
You're dissing a lot of the same ops that Yungeen Ace and all them guys are dissing on their songs. How did that kind of become the case that you ended up kind of being aligned with their side?
It wasn't even necessarily like, it wasn't even, it was, I wouldn't say it was like I picked the side. It was like I was forced on the side. Like I said, I'm not the type of dude that's like, oh, if I get out and a motherfucker, oh, don't f that nigga because I don't f with him. And I was with him, like, I ain't finna do that. Like, I'm not that type of dude. Like, I don't play them type of games. If that's the case, I just won't f neither one of y'all. So it was just like, when I got out, it was just like throwing subliminals. So it was like, it kind of like eased me on this way. And like,
oh, I see.
Just happened, like, just started happening, you feel me?
Right.
So it was like, boom, that's what it was. My brother, Rollo, you feel me, was around Ace and all them boys. And then, like, I grew up with Queso and his brother.
Right.
Like, my mama know they mama, like, we was god brothers and god sisters when we was kids.
So he got in a booth and started dropping songs, and in these songs, he was taking shots at Julio and people inside of Julio's clique, and that was mainly because they were dissing Rollo in their songs. So when JDot Breezy finally did decide, all right, I'm gonna jumpstart my rap career, he decided to send some shots back.
You're talking about, you know, Foolio, Baby. It's a lot of things that you said that people are picking up right now when putting and making videos about.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about the Foolio situation. I f with Foolio tough. I f with you real heavy. Do you know him personal, or is that just all internet?
Nah, I done met him before. Like, I done seen him in person. Like, I done been around him before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my family, like my daddy's side of the family from over there from where he from, you feel me? Like, I ain't, you feel me? I ain't got nothing really bad, too much to say about bro, you feel me? Like, I wish him the best, but he ain't no secret. I don't f with him, you feel me? That ain't no secret. But really, like, me and all in all, that was just my response from all the times he done put my brother name in this song, and I'm just making regular music. I'm trying to go on about my career, and you just steady picking at me, you feel me? So, like, that's just my response, you feel me? And if anybody feel played about it, don't send a diss if you can't take one back.
Yeah, so that's the history. That's what we got last year. I told y'all I thought JDot Breezy was being implicated in this. He was never arrested. He still hasn't been arrested, but according to the detective that got on the stand, he is still under investigation. They are still currently digging into this. And you know, if I was ATK or 1200, anybody affiliated with these guys that have been involved, I would be wary because with the trial of Foolio taking place, the first person's been convicted. The rest of those guys are gonna get convicted. There's this crime, the previous crimes that have taken place between these gangs. All of that can be used to show that there is an organized effort to maintain and further the gangs in Jacksonville. And when there's a conspiracy like that, it really truly is only a matter of time before somebody unseals a indictment that alleges that exact thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if a RICO comes down in the future. It's been...
Well, now we know what's going on with JDot Breezy as this Julio Foolio case is starting to be solved. I think they went to trial. Folks is guilty. We got to see more what's going on. But you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. So it may be some trouble in that ATK camp and the whole Jacksonville beef going on. So it looks like everything coming to the close with the street. Appreciate you watching the video. Make some money. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you don't do any of those things, if you do, just watch another video.